So I think I'd break it down by starting at the top of what's probably least expensive to most expensive. That's the capital or where I would start. And I think really first place is probably grants, and thinking about grants you can get from foundations at the federal, state, local levels, and even small business. But it's really, it's the cheapest in that it's non-dilutive type of financing, and typically, especially I think in this area, a lot more available than people realize. Second is then thinking about sort of the more debt-like options where you have, either working capital, inventory type of financing, venture debt type of financing, which is a little more expensive. It's also a little bit of a question right now with the banking environment and what's going on there. But project financing and equipment financing as well. And thinking when you do have more collateral assets or even start to think about cash flow, that you can get into more traditional debt financing. And that's all a cheaper cost of capital than if you're going after equity sources, which is the last area around. Starting there is friends and family, and then to angel investors and small and other founders and those in the ecosystem, and building your way up towards the more expensive end, or maybe the most expensive is in venture capital. We can talk more about, with venture capital, it's often the riskiest asset classes where we're looking for outsized returns and have expectations on that. And so it's not for everyone. And I think it all works together in that there's different risk profiles in different companies. And so, there's different layers of capital that you should think about going after. When perhaps you're a more mature business and have more stable cash flows, you can go after those cheaper options than some of the more expensive early on. But it all works, I think, in tandem in that, no two companies look the same and there's different risk profiles. And so different sources of capital to go after.